Guys, Kanani here, another banger episode. So today we are reviewing BDS versus GameWard. And before we start with the video, good luck on BDS for making finals. And also shout out to my boys Chico, Akabane and Melonic. Love you boys. So let's dive straight into the game. In the current situation, we see that GameWard has clear tempo advantage on bot side as they're already committed on hitting into the tower. And as you guys will see now, that the GameWard, Chico, has also control over the mid wave, which makes their trading pattern very good because as we know, if you have control over the mid wave, you can look to defend your weak side and also make additional play on your strong side. But the mistake that GameWard did in this play is that they're committing for T2 bot tower, and committing into T2 bot tower and overloading their numbers is rarely a good thing. Why is it rarely a good thing? Because A, you're giving up control over mid lane. In terms of tower value, bot T2 towers are not nearly as good as playing for T1 towers because, as you guys know, mid T1 tower gives huge value to opening the map, controlling the vision, and you're also denying yourself the opportunity to deny the Herald. And getting the Herald at this point of the game would be also very beneficial for them to boost Aphelios eco, right? And to speed up the whole process. Right now, you're giving BDS an opportunity to cross map. Like, not only they can play for the Herald, but also they can dive the Aatrox as they're trying to do here. I mean, the only reason why it looks playable is because Erdut is kinda ending. Like, if Erdut just focuses on defending with Adam, the bot T2 tower, then GameWard wouldn't even get kills, right? Like, they would waste so much time for getting the bot T2 tower. Look, you have Swain hovering too. And in the meantime, you can have also CV give up the tower and play at the current time for the mid T1 tower. So if they commit all their numbers into bot T2 and have Aatrox solo defend their weak side, then they would effectively lose mid T1 and the top T1, as you guys can already see, which is happening. Reason why it's still worth for GameWard is because they are getting kills. After all, they got the kill on the Darius and on the Renato, but if they both wouldn't run it down in this play, then the play would not be worth it all. So, as we progress into reviewing the situation, let's get into the next play. So, if you're a GameWard, Dragon is going to be up in 1 minute 38 seconds. And so let's see how they can fix the lane assignment, because that's the next thing that went horribly wrong for GameWard. So what I would suggest to GameWard, to not have the scuffed lane assignment that we are seeing right now, which is Swain being around top side, I would let Swain here accept the wave, and then, you know, overload one wave mid and then shift into bot, because by doing that, you still make sure that the Aatrox is like very far away from you. You also have like a stronger member, which is Swain. I would say Swain is stronger than Aatrox in the current case. And you're just naturally playing with your TP, right? Like you want to have TP being the furthest away from the objective, and I think that would be a way how they can make the map outcome more efficient. So right now what you guys see is that GameWard still has full mid control as they're first on the mid wave. They're trying to set up Dragon, which is coming up in 40 seconds. A mistake that Melonic is doing is that he is trying to catch the wave aggressively when the enemy is nowhere showing at all, right? From GameWard's PoV, everybody that you see right now is Sivir and Darius, but you have no clue where Sejuani and the support are going to be at. On BDS defense, they did a pretty good play, and if I would be GameWard, I would say, if we know we have for sure the mid control, all the side laners need to do is to play safe, right? Because if Karma and Aphelios and Lee Sin are pushing CV on the tower, all Aatrox needs to do is wait a couple of seconds until GameWard is getting river control and reveals the jungler and the support that is currently not showing at all. Same for Orianna. Orianna also wasn't showing, right? So yeah, that was a clear mistake from Melonic, like for overstepping. I would rather blame this on individual than team play, as the previous mistake on playing for the towers was a team play mistake, because anyone could have had this knowledge to call for that stuff. And yeah, the result is they lose bot T1 tower. I think they would have lost it anyways, but Aatrox died for no reason, and because of him dying for no reason, they get suboptimal river control. Karma's vision is going to get completely cleared, as she only has like one sidestorm ward and one pink ward left in her inventory. And yeah, let's see how they approach the dragon. So they get into Orianna, like Aphelios uses the root weapon. Look for the root. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of this playstyle because I would always prefer to have the enemy run into us because Swain, Aphelios, Lee Sin, they all benefit on having the position for being first on the objective. So I would just use the dragon as a bait to make the enemy commit into us. But I guess considering that Sejuani and Darius have no flash, and same for Renato, it could be okay to look for these catches. But idea-wise, you always want to have the enemy run into you and then face check them on the vision on the area where the pixel bush and the side bush with both pings are standing at. Yeah. So the fight turns out to be successful. They get a kill on Oriana ultimately because Rika decided to walk up and randomly get caught. And right now the map is in a pretty good position for game what, right? They can send Aatrox on the side because Aatrox damage is not really needed. Like he can flank or try to track for the Sejuani, and you also have like full vision on Darius and Renate, which both don't have flash. So let's see what happens. I think first of all, I'm not sure if Aatrox should go top side. I think he should try to scout bot side for the Sejuani because you saw Sejuani enter through mid or be behind the mid lane. And then also I think the moment Akabane goes, I think he should look to one-shot Darius because Darius clearly doesn't have flash, and same for Renato. And I have no clue where he goes for the ward jump here. Like he should just go on the flashless targets because first of all, even if Sivir doesn't have flash, she stays a space shield up, which is like extremely coin flip. And then Darius is like combined with the root weapon just a free target. So for me the team fight was huge misplay. And yeah, basically what happens is they still managed to kill Adam, but they trade the jungler for it, and that made them lose the dragon, right? So if I would conclude this review for game what, I would say first of all they fucked up their choice of objective when they had clear tempo advantage and control over mid wave. Second problem is that they fucked up the lane assignment, like they didn't have the solo laners catch waves properly. And third of all, I think their team fighting, as we just saw in the current clip, target selection was not on point. And yeah, if you do these three type of mistakes, which are very big mistakes, you know, like the higher the level of gameplay goes, the more these mistakes are getting punished, then you find yourself in a really bad situation, especially if you're a team that doesn't outscale the enemy, right? Like you have to play your comp good, otherwise you get outscaled, which ultimately happened here. And yeah, so for the future, I hope that Game Ward plays their macro game and their objective selection better, so they can win more games in mid game, as they've been struggling already against teams like X7, and that series shouldn't even be close because they did like so many mid game blunders with the way how they assign the map and so on. So yeah, thank you guys for watching as always, and support is always appreciated. And see ya until next time. Love you.